Purposeful Nudge introduces graduating into the AI void, essential skills every new professional needs now. How the opportunity for new graduates is changing.
For decades, the entry-level career contract relied on a specific trade. You showed up to handle the repetitive, mechanical work, sorting spreadsheets, drafting boilerplate emails, and compiling reports. In exchange, the organization provided the training and industry context you needed to move up the ladder. That foundational tier of employment is currently being automated out of existence. Local AI agents and on-device copilots are stepping into those roles, executing those same tedious tasks directly on the endpoint devices where junior workers once sat. This creates a gap we call the AI void. It is the disappearing space of mechanical task execution that used to be the primary occupation of the entry-level workforce. Competing against these agents on the basis of raw output or speed is a losing strategy. A model can process a spreadsheet faster than a human can open the file, and it does so without requiring a salary or a career path. Surviving this transition requires an immediate pivot. Success now depends on directing the machine rather than executing the task yourself. You must become the human wrapper that provides the intent and oversight for the automated process. This shift places the modern professional in the role of an AI orchestrator. The primary job of a junior worker is now to manage the AI systems that perform the mechanical heavy lifting, ensuring the output is accurate and aligned with organizational goals. We see this in field services, where the IT technician's role has moved beyond simple hardware repair. These professionals are now edge orchestrators, responsible for distributing and patching local small language models that live directly on thousands of user devices. Software development is hitting a similar wall. This chart shows the Gartner hype cycle, where AI vibe coding, the idea that AI can simply build entire systems from a prompt, is currently heading down into the trough of disillusionment. This graph illustrates why. As the complexity of an enterprise system increases, the productivity gains from AI drop significantly. When systems have millions of lines of code and decades of legacy integration, an AI loses the ability to reason about the architecture. In the corporate world, this creates a demand for human oversight. Organizations are dealing with shadow AI and autonomous agents that can read emails and access databases without permission. They need junior staff who can audit these systems, spot hallucinations, and enforce data boundaries that a machine might ignore. Professional value is now found in the ability to validate logic and orchestrate these complex flows. The value is in the audit and the integration, not the initial generation of the draft. This environment has triggered an inversion of the classic hierarchy of skills. Traits like deep empathy, strong ethical judgment, and cross-disciplinary synthesis are now the most difficult capabilities to automate. To visualize this, look at this diagram of a modern service architecture. At the base, you have a layer of AI and data execution that supports everything else. This base layer handles the mechanical triage. It manages the data sorting, the speed, and the initial processing with massive efficiency. But the central pillar of the structure is human trust. When an algorithm fails or a project hits an ambiguous roadblock, the client doesn't want a faster processor. They want a human who can anchor the interaction and provide reassurance. High-end professionals use behavioral frameworks like the SCARF model: status, certainty, autonomy, relatedness, and fairness to manage human anxiety. They interpret the data through these lenses to build psychological safety during high-stakes service failures. This shifts your professional identity toward becoming a specialist in confidence. You provide the human validation that a system is working as intended, translating predictive analytics into empathetic engagement. While AI can solve an operational problem in the background, only human relatedness and adaptability can secure the long-term trust required to maintain a client relationship. You can assess your own vulnerability to the AI void right now with a strategic exercise called the Personal Tech Stack Audit. Pull up your current resume, a recent job description, or your degree syllabus. Highlight every bullet point that uses a mechanical verb in red. Look for words like draft, compile, sort, format, or generate. These tasks are the most likely to be handled by local AI agents within the next few years. Now, switch to blue for verbs of synthesis or empathy. Highlight words like negotiate, interpret, reassure, strategize, or audit. These points represent your specific human defenses, the skills that automation cannot currently replicate. The goal is to identify your red tasks and proactively delegate them to AI tools. This isn't about ignoring the work. It's about clearing your schedule to focus entirely on the blue tasks, where your human judgment adds the most value. Successful professionals leverage the AI void by orchestrating it. They use machines for raw execution, delivering what an algorithm cannot compute: genuine human connection.
For more insights, subscribe to Purposeful Nudge and start rewiring your field services organization today.